G'day and welcome to Hobart, and what better place to bring you to give you the best view of Hobart, Mount Wellington. I'm not too sure how high it is, but it's mighty high. The climb up here around about 15 to 20 kilometres, but just check out this view, absolutely spectacular. And I've affectionately called this trip my City Slickers trip. And stay with us, I'm going to show you a few places around Hobart that you just must put on your checklist. But in the meantime, let's just suck this scenery up. It's brilliant. That's it, right at the top. Not that I'm a city type of bloke, but I guess you can't visit Hobart without at least checking the world famous Salamanca Markets. If I had to guess, I'd say the 4 rows of stalls stem for at least 3/4 of a kilometre. Of all the markets I've ever been dragged along to over the years, this would have to be the most extensive ever anywhere. You name it and it's here. This particular visit I've been given a slight reprieve with the exhibition of the vintage Fords. Judging from the number plates, vehicles have come here from all over Australia for this event. Even if you're not a Ford man, you can't help but be inspired by these amazingly restored cars. Sure takes me back to my early days. Whilst on this little city slicker tour that I'm doing around Hobart, there's one thing I've been wanting to do for quite a few times that I've visited this area, and it's called the Mona Art Gallery. I've heard a lot of rumours about it, and I've heard that it's pretty wacky and everything like this, so I guess I had to add it this time, so let's go and check it out and see what everyone raves about. You could be mistaken for thinking this is a warship, but no, this is where the wackiness starts. It's actually the cruise boat that'll take us to the gallery, with cows and sheep on board and pink missiles shaped like... No, I'm not going to go there. I knew I was in for something quite special. As we disembarked, it quickly became obvious that the gallery was totally constructed underground, carved out through solid sandstone, an engineering feat in itself. So here we go. Now this is an entrance. Some things you think, why? Some things you think, well, why not? I'm not too sure how to describe this car except for plastic fantastic. Some exhibits are what you might call normal, and some definitely aren't. What possessed this artist, I will never know, but it did keep me intrigued for a while trying to fathom it all out. Of all the exhibits I saw today, this was by far the most amazing in my opinion. Just keep looking. Would you believe it's totally made out of stitched leather? Incredible. As I continue to wander throughout the gallery, the wackiness and bizarre exhibits just keep coming, and some can't even be shown on video as they're R-rated. Yes, it was way out and wacky. That's just a little small run through. I haven't filmed everything. Have to leave something for you to have a look at. But yeah, put it on your list to come and see it, the Mona Art Gallery. But allow yourself at least 3 hours, possibly more, to go through all the exhibits. Close to the city, I thought I'd take this opportunity to let you know of a few observations that have come to light. If you're like me and prefer free or low-cost camping, once you get to Hobart and southbound, these types of camps are definitely much harder to find. In fact, there isn't many at all. And another issue I had was the scarcity of dump points, so make sure you plan carefully. Having said all that, here's another red hot tip. Just look at this. About 25 kilometres south of Hobart is the township of Longley, and what a ripper camp. It's also quite central to many attractions and straight across the road from the Longley Hotel, and it's totally free. Not only that, the hotel boasts some of Australia's best bands on Sunday arvos, plus great meals, and my goodness, is it popular or what? So apart from being thirsty, I reckon the band's just kicked off, so I'm out of here. See ya. With only just a few days left to go before I head back to the mainland, I thought I'd just head inland and check out a few little places. I found a little place called Sulphur Creek, and after checking the reviews and having a bit of a read there, it appeared that a lot of people have seen platypus just at the back of the pub. So in all my years, I must admit I've only ever seen a very probably 1 or 2 second glimpse of a real platypus. I'll believe it when I see it. It's all about the waiting game, but today was to be our lucky day. Only a short time after Tim and Tranner and I arrived, we couldn't believe our eyes. Out he came, and what a magnificent show he put on for us. Just like big kids, we couldn't hold back our excitement. We were told by another couple that they'd been coming here for 3 days and saw nothing, and only this day were they able to see this amazing Australian icon. Just before I finish off my 7-part series to Tasmania, there's one last very valuable hint I'd love to share with you. Now these days we all use electronic mapping, whether it be HEA Maps, Google Maps, Wikicamps, you name it, there's stacks out there. And yes, I do every day myself too. But in addition to that, I've come across one valuable asset that you must have before you start planning. It's called the Atlas Guide to Tasmania by HEA Maps. Now this is a lot more than just paper mapping, and having said that, paper mapping does give you a much better perspective on planning things, routes to go, etc, etc. But it's an endless wealth of knowledge of information and things to do, places to go, hikes to do. I mean, you name it, this book is just chock-a-block of great information. So do yourself a favour, grab a copy of the HEA Atlas Guide to Tasmania. And I must say, this advertisement for HEA was not paid for or sponsored in any way. Well, just when I thought we'd seen it all, here we go again. Wrong again, Doug. Just south of Ulverstone, which is where we're hanging out for a few days, is Leven Canyon. Now, just the name Canyon inspires me. I mean, there's not too many places in Australia that you hear the word canyon, so I'm expecting something pretty spectacular. And it's a beautiful little walk, about a 30-minute walk downhill, but that also means a 30-minute or 50-minute walk back uphill. So let's check it out, eh? Absolutely stunning area. Oh, that, guys, is the stairway up to the top track, which I'll show you later on. I believe there's close to 1,000 steps, so we're going to pass. You can actually go back to the car park the way we've just come and go up to the other top area, and that's what we'll do. But yeah, those steps look a little bit too much for me. Now at the top of the car park, guys, it says this is about a 20 to 30 minute walk. Well, it's taken us about 15 minutes to get down, and it's been all downhill, so I think we might have to adjust that time for you and let you know what it's like. So here we go, out on the walkway. Now this is a canyon. It's now time for the return journey, and it's all uphill, as I just mentioned to you. So before I'm puffing like a God knows what and can't even talk properly, I'll call it quits at that, and we'll see you back at the car park, ready for the second climb. Well, guys, a little bit puffy now. I believe we're just about over halfway up, and thank God they got these bench seats here, because we needed us old bastards, don't we, eh? God, geez. When I met you guys 28 years ago, it was a whole different ball game, wasn't it?
It was.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Anyway, we'll get there eventually. Finally, here's the car park. Be a bit of a rest before we do the other walk, I reckon. Whew. Well, Leven Canyon. The red walk, as we can see up there, is listed at about 20 minutes return, and the green walk, as I've just shown you, is listed as 30 minutes return. Well, that I can guarantee you is a load of rot. Even if you're fit, it's still more than 30 minutes return, so allow an hour for that one. But anyway, I'm going to try the red track now on Crookshanks Lookout, and we'll see what this one's like. This one's supposed to be a lot easier. Just in case you get a little bit puffed, they've got a few chairs on the way. What's this one called? Have a spell. Oh, I can see the view coming and looks pretty damn spectacular. Unbelievable. Just before I wind up my 2-month adventure, I've said it before and I'll say it one more time. Tassie has got it all. Please sit back and take a moment to reflect on some of my favourite memories from this incredible trip. So there you go, 2 months in Tassie, and I'm now back on board Spirit of Tasmania, departing Devonport to head back to the mainland. Throughout all my travels, I've only shown you a brief cross-section of what Tassie has to offer and some of its major attractions. But make no mistake, there's so much more. I hope at the very least my series of videos have sparked up your travel planning so that one day you can also get to check out this amazing place. So make sure you, as I did, allow at least 2 months to see it comfortably without rushing. There's plenty of free or low-cost camps on the north and east coast, but when it gets to around Hobart or southbound, free camps become a bit more limited, as do dump pits. Another point to note is that camping, caravanning and motorhomes are so popular that when you're moving from camp to camp, be mindful that the campsites will be very busy, and sometimes if you're not there early enough, you'll miss out. So to sum up my travels, my favourite adventure would have to be the Maria Island cruise, including Ildefoc, which departs from Triabunna, closely followed by yet again another cruise exploring the Tasman coast, which departs from the Port Arthur township. Once I'm back on the mainland, I'll be having a very brief break and back on the road before you know it, with many more amazing places to see in Australia. And the way to keep up with all my latest videos is to make sure you click on that subscribe and notification button. Thanks so much for watching. Cheers everyone.